Drew Titan, Bronze on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is my post-fight thoughts with Frank Martin. He did a really good job, man. Listen. As a fighter, you're gonna have to go through fights like this. You're going to have to go through fights like this. You need to see fights like this. Not everybody is gonna cooperate. That's just the long and short end of it. Not everybody's gonna cooperate. All right, I'm gonna break the Lomachenko glass early. Not everyone's gonna cooperate. You know, that second pro loss that he had, that people wanted us to forget about, ESPN and everybody wants us to forget about, that second pro loss that he had against Orlando Salido, right? Not everybody's gonna cooperate. The difference is Frank Martin went in there and got it done. Now, salute to Artem. I'm not even gonna begin to pronounce his last name. He's Armenian by way of Germany. He did a good job. He didn't come to lay down. I had the fight deadlocked. After 10, I had it deadlocked, man. This guy had a very annoying style. He was like herky-jerky, you know, in and out. He didn't come to lose, man. And listen, man, the guy, I think he's a bronze medalist, 2016 Olympics, I believe. I could have that wrong. You can fact check it. I'm not right all the time. But I know he's an Olympian. And again, he did not come to lay down. Frank Martin, he was trying to figure him out. I'm not clear what was going on in the corner with Derek James. It didn't seem like he was, well, I don't want to say he wasn't listening. I think he was trying to find his rhythm, and Artem did not, he didn't make him comfortable in there. But I'm going to tell you something. Those championship rounds, listen, man, Frank Martin, he showed you what he's capable of doing. He hurt him I believe it was the 11th. There was a knockdown, but the ref, there was some discrepancies with the knockdown. Forgive me, I had to run to the bathroom real quick. I'm old, y'all. But when I got back, Artem's eye, he had that UK eye going on there, man. He had the UK eye. And Frank, he said, F that. And round 12, it was all Frank. Round 12, it was all Frank. And it was a unanimous decision, but the fight was close, man. So salute to Artem. He did his thing. But listen, I'm reading some of the things that are written about Frank already. And, look, some of you people that see this, and now all of a sudden people saying, oh, he's not as advertised. He's not as good as advertised. And, he's not the goods. Look, again, I'm going to break the Lomachenko glass. Lomachenko was sold to us as better than Ali, better than Sugar Ray. He gets in there and lost his second pro fight and got several opportunities thereafter. He got in there and had a tough fight with Jermaine Ortiz, and he didn't get this rhetoric. He didn't get any of these things. These things that y'all giving Frank Martin, y'all not even thinking about giving that to Lomachenko. Every time Lomachenko loses a round, y'all find an excuse. This is absurd. Frank Martin was in there with an Olympian. Okay, to discredit Frank Martin is to discredit Artem. He's a solid fighter. It is what it is. You need fights like this. Not everybody is going to look great in every damn fight. You guys need to cut this out. But you know what? I'm saying cut it out, but that's not going to happen. You know why? Frank Martin is guilty by association. Yeah, I'm going there. A lot of this is the Errol Spence effect. You got Errol versus Bud coming up in a couple of weeks. And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, wow. A lot of this is these are Bud fans doing this. These are PBC haters doing this. I mean, you name it, they're there. Whatever's going on the PBC, people are keeping a close eye on everything. The haters are keeping a close eye on everything, just looking to critique everything. Now, I did see Keyshawn Davis on his social media, Look, I don't mind Keyshawn, talking your hot talk. I'm with that. Eventually, those guys are going to meet, hopefully. No one has a bad loss in between. I want to see the cats get it on. You know what I mean? But as far as these weird fans are concerned, this is just like bonkers. This is bonkers. Relax and see the fights for what it is. Relax and see the fights for what it is. Frank Martin had a tough fight. He had to think outside the box. Not every fighter that you root for or you root against, not everyone's gonna have these outstanding performances where they just blow out everybody. They're gonna have to go in there and think. And you know something? I would prefer them to go in there. I want to see them think. You learned some things about Frank Martin. You learned some things about Frank Martin this evening. The guy could think. Derrick James was giving him direction, and he was in there trying to figure it out and execute what Derrick James was teaching him or telling him to do. So this is a good win. This is a solid win. We can look back at this win and say, okay, look, this was a tough fight, but look how he finished the championship rounds. Look how he finished. And he's going to go back to the drawing board, which is what he should do. Because what you don't want is for him to wash everybody and go in there not knowing how to think outside the box when it comes time to. Is Artem better than Keyshawn Davis? We don't know. But now we can see what Frank Martin is capable of. He understands the mission. Okay, championship rounds. I got to separate myself from this guy because they will take it from me. And he went in there and got it done. Now, question. Keyshawn Davis next fight. What if he goes through the same thing? I would like to see how he thinks outside the box. I need to see that from him. I need to see him faced with some adversity. We need to see that to know how they react. You see, guys, listen, the fighters that you root for, if they walk through several opponents in a row and you don't know how they're going to react when they get hit, it might be a bad reaction when they do get hit. What happens if you find out the guy that you're rooting for don't have a chin? He's been walking through everybody 50 fights in a row, and then he gets in there, and as soon as he gets touched, he's on Boogie Wonderland. It's like, ooh, I didn't know he had no chin. Yeah. See, you're learning about Frank Martin, and I bet you Frank learned about himself. This was a tough fight. It was a good fight. And, rest a couple of days, get back in the gym, look at some tape and see what you can do, because everyone's looking at the tape and they're seeing what your flaws are. This is why boxing is chess, not checkers, y'all. This is why it's chess and not checkers. You guys really need to see the sport for what it is, man. I read a lot of this stuff. I was on the gram a little while ago. I'm looking at the PVC chats, and I'm like, wow. Now, a lot of this, again, Frank is catching a lot of damage because, he's with, Errol and in that camp and everything else. So I get that. But a lot of these casuals, I'm reading these comments. Oh, this is the guy that is supposed to do A, B, and C. Oh, my God. It's like, yo, man, you guys don't know a damn thing. You guys don't know what y'all talking about. But that's expected. But salute to Frank. Salute to Artem. Everyone's home safe or going home safe. Frank Martin is going to get back in the gym and hopefully he gets back in the gym and get some work done and correct some things because, no one's going to take it easy on you. And I know you know that, but it was a pretty good night of boxing. And y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.
Move!